2, 1.
The Rayfield-Schroder House, a project by Kenya Collins and Lily Howe. The Rayfield-Schroder House was built in 1924 in Utrecht, Netherlands, for the Schroder family. True Schroder commissioned architect Gerrit Thomas Rayfield, who at the time was most known for his furniture design. As a metaphoric emblem of revolution, the Rayfield-Schroder House marked the end of the old traditional architecture in Utrecht and provided the path for the contemporary structural design that was emerging.
Rayfield aimed to design a space that supported Schroder's idea of feminine independence, connection with nature, and elimination of bourgeois values. The Rayfield-Schroder house was located at the end of the town of Utrecht. This distinct location at the end of the street, known as Prins Hendriklaan, developed the name Stradsrand, meaning town fringe, since it was a division point between the city and the open fields at the end of the town. The Rayfield-Schroder house faced away from Prins Hendriklaan. The orientation of the house symbolized Schroder's disapproval of bourgeois values at the time. The arrangement of the house on Prins Hendriklaan follows the Dutch tradition of rows houses on narrow, deep lots. The Rayfield-Schroder house, however, breaks this neat row of box-like houses as it stands boldly at the end of the street. In this manner, the Rayfield-Schroder house refuses to conform to the traditional design displayed in the area because of its avant-garde design and facade. The simplistic and geometric modern decor holds a sharp contrast to traditional, ornate, and detailed Netherlands decoration. Rayfield desired to construct a house with concrete, as a rebellion against traditional materials, but this was too complicated and expensive, therefore being unrealistic at the time. As a result, the Rayfield-Schroder house was constructed of mostly wood with steel reinforcement.
Schroder desired to distance herself from the ground in order to be closer to the light, sun, wind, and rain. Rayfield designed the entire first floor of the house as an open living room. The openness of the living room was meant to reflect her wish of being close to the elements of nature. This open space, however, included movable panels to create separation when necessary, making the home flexible as it may alter shape to satisfy the occasion. Through the representation of spaces by foldable walls and patterned floors, the living area seamlessly transitions from a completely open space to enclosed privacy. In his sketching stage, Rayfield used his elements of his furniture, such as the famous red and blue chair, as inspiration for the house. Elements such as beams and columns are distributed spatially throughout the room to avoid the appearance of large stationary masses. They lack the usual definition of up and down that would be found in the cornices and at the base of supporting columns. As a result, architectural elements such as columns, walls, beams, and slabs maintain their independence and project into space rather than confining as in usual methods of connection. These elements represent Schroder's independence and strength as a woman. In addition, this technique also brings a sense of lightness and airiness to the hard cement walls, purposefully allowing for the sense of openness Schroder desired.
In the Rayfield-Schroder house, Rayfield shows that contemporary architecture can be successful by challenging and even disposing of conventional values. The modern architecture serves as the transition from traditional to innovative styles of architecture. Because of this modern and deceptively complicated yet simple design, the Rayfield-Schroder house is avant-garde and thus a masterpiece.